everybody, and welcome back to another episode
He said hello,
of the
everybody.
Boys Night Podcast. As always, I'm your host Thomas, and I'm joined by.
Are we supposed to say our names?
Yeah.
Not it.
Mathew.
Peter.
I'm joined by Mathew and Peter. All right. As always, we have a word of the day, and today's word of the day is finicky.
You're finicky.
You guys want a definition?
No. I know what finicky means.
What if the viewers don't know what finicky means?
Finicky.
I thought you were gonna say vegans.
Extremely or excessively particular, extracting or meticulous in taste or standards, requiring much care, precision, or attentive effort. Examples: the young boy was a finicky eater, and his parents found it challenging to come up with ideas for healthy meals that he would enjoy. Finicky.
I have an unlimited money. Okay.
All right. Do you guys have any?
I think Pun has to start this one off.
Wait, why?
Do you have any finicky stories, Pun?
No.
No have.
Yo, let's bring someone.
Thomas, you're the host.
Remember.
You should be leading this.
All right.
You guys remember Etho Noodle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He has a finicky cousin. His finicky cousin does not eat any other food besides chicken nuggets.
Up until recently, I was a pretty finicky eater. I didn't like eggs, and now I eat
You're an
eggs
egg.
every day.
Ooh, you're an egg.
Oh snap! You got me there, my dude.
Thomas is an egg.
I want to find
Did you guys like the egg?
Do you guys eat eggs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Although my finicky thing about eggs is I only eat eggs that have been prepared with olive oil, not butter. I mean not olive oil, vegetable oil, or like not
Really?
butter.
You don't use butter?
No.
Interesting. What about you, Pun? You eat. Do you eat?
What?
do you eat?
I do eat.
Pun's lying.
Oh,
Yeah.
you caught me there.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right. Now this is the part where we kind of get off topic and.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. I mean,
I
last
thought
time.
we already got off topic.
Last time we had.
About egg.
What? No, we're talking about the finicky, Pun. And yeah. And
Peter.
guys, I'm tired and my back hurts.
Thomas, you're not allowed to be tired.
Like my back is like sore. It hurts. You know, have you guys? I already asked Colin this. Pun, have you heard about that new game Apex Legends?
I have.
We like Fortnite.
What do you think of it?
I don't know anything about it.
Battle Royale 2.
I've just heard of it.
It's a battle royale.
Okay, I lied when I said I don't know anything about it. I know that
That's
about
the only thing he knows about it.
That's it. That's the only thing
Yeah.
anybody knows about it.
Jeez.
All right,
Thomas,
let's look up what
Tabuzi
is
won, the most
Wait,
unhelpful man in the
Apex
world.
Legends.
it. I thought this podcast was supposed to be about the word of the day.
It is,
Finicky.
but
Why are you being so finicky?
I'm sorry. I'm being
Hey,
very
Pun, why are you
finicky.
being so finicky?
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched the other podcast.
you don't need
You-
to watch
You guys
it.
didn't let me.
You're
You don't
being
need
so
to
finicky
watch
right
the
now,
other
man.
Podcast.
Why are you
Fine.
being so finicky, Pun?
Listen.
I'm listening.
Listen harder.
I've been listening. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. A lot of other podcasts, better podcasts.
You're a better
And-
podcast.
You
This
know,
is the best podcast.
if somebody today asked me, if somebody came up to me, if I was at 7-Eleven and a guy came up to me and he was like, "Hey man,
Hey,
what
How's it
podcast
going?
should I start listening to? You know what podcast I'd recommend for them?"
ice cream.
Nope, close. This podcast called Welcome to Night Vale. Right? Have you guys
How
ever
was that
heard of
close?
that podcast? Have you guys ever heard of
No.
that podcast?
No.
Let me tell you
How
something.
was that close?
Shut up. It's a fantastic podcast. All right. It's like this old-timey radio thing, and the guy's like in a town that's really weird.
You're really weird.
You can't go into the dog park. And there's a bunch of conspiracy theories, and there's Carlos. That's all I wanted
Hi, Carlos.
to say. That's all I wanted to say.
Hi, Carlos.
I've been really enjoying this podcast.
Hi, Carlos.
And I think if anybody listening to this podcast likes podcasts, they should go listen to that podcast.
I like podcasts as much as the next guy.
Exactly.
Who's the next guy?
His name is
Nexus
Samuel.
Blitz. Do you say Nexus Blitz?
No.
My
What's
bad.
you guys' least favorite game of all time? Cause I don't have one.
Fidgetspinner.io.
You know what I hate? I hate when I'm playing a game and I have to rebind the controls because the default controls are really finicky.
I don't think that's the right use of Finicky, Thomas.
I think you're just finicky with your controls.
Yeah, I'm very finicky.
That's
with
the
my
right use of
controls.
Finicky.
When I played Fortnite those 3 times, dude, I rebanded like half the controls and then set them back to default. Because that's the type of man I am.
When I played Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, dude, the controls are actually weird on that game. Not gonna lie.
Did you rebind them?
Like it's WASD and then UHJK. You don't use the mouse.
What?
Wait, when I played, there was WASD and then the arrow keys.
For what?
I played with 2 people, I think.
Oh, Lego.
I think
Star
of the
Wars.
wrong game.
Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga?
I'm thinking of Lego Star Wars.
The last time I played
How many different Lego Star Wars are there?
That's a good question.
Maybe 3. Quit being so finicky and let's
many different Lego Star Wars are there?
I know there's the Clone Wars one, and then there's the Complete Saga. Oh, and then there's the prequel one, the GameCube one. I know of 3.
No,
Are there
I think
3?
I think I had the Complete Saga one.
Complete Saga was the freaking best thing ever. Oh, people are banning the houses.
Video games.
Video,
There have been 5 Lego Star Wars video games. Lego
5?
Star Wars, the video game in 2005 for the... Hold on,
GameCube.
wait.
It was for the GameCube. I know
Okay.
that.
For the Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Microsoft Windows,
Uh-huh.
OS X, PlayStation 2, Xbox, based on the Star Wars prequel trilogy, first released on the 29th of March 2005. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for the Game Boy Advance, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, Nintendo DS, OS X,
Why do I know
PlayStation
so
2,
much
PlayStation
about that?
Portable, Xbox 360. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. Released for Microsoft.
Yeah, I told you, I knew
Windows,
3 of them.
3DS,
3DS.
Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo DS, OS X, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, Wii, Xbox 360. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens in 2016, released
What?
for the iOS,
Wait, I actually
Microsoft
saw that one.
Windows,
That one's on Steam too.
Nintendo 3DS, OS X, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, Wii U, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the collection, The Star Wars: The Complete Saga, which combined Lego Star Wars, the video game, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, into the same game, while also
I make
upgrading
it
the
down-
first game from PlayStation 2 and original Xbox to Xbox 360 and
Thomas,
PlayStation
stop
3
being-
generation.
I don't wanna hear this anymore.
Travelers Tales presented
Yeah,
John
I don't think anyone wants
Burtonstead.
to hear this.
I'm just literally reading.
No one
the
wants to
Wikipedia
hear this
page.
anymore.
No one wants to hear this anymore. No one wants to hear me anymore. I'm gonna go.
I believe that.
I'm gonna leave. Do you
Bye.
guys think you can manage the rest of this podcast without me? It's like
No,
another 20
could.
minutes of podcast. You guys think you could do it?
I don't think we're managing this podcast with you.
Haha.
And I'm the host. I really need to start doing these things more prepared. I think that's.
I'm your host.
I think
And you
that's-
guys were saying we shouldn't prepare.
I think that's
Hey,
what I
hey,
need to
hey,
do
hey.
with my everything. I think I'm gonna prepare.
That's a
things more.
great idea. I should have come up with that idea.
Yeah.
Venmo me some money.
If only somebody would have came up with that idea. What's your Venmo?
I don't have a Venmo.
Oh.
I don't care about Venmo.
Oh.
PayPal's better. Changed my mind.
PayPal takes a service fee.
I don't care.
Does Venmo take a service fee?
Probably. If it doesn't, I'll start using Venmo. No, Venmo, but no one uses Venmo.
No one uses Google Play. Okay,
Yeah,
so
welcome Finicky.
Oh,
I just realized what these podcasts are. Try to use the word of the day in any way, shape, or form on your subject.
Yes.
That's what it is, Pon.
It's not supposed to be the subject is the word of the day.
No. Just come in with a story and then try to interject the word of the day into that story.
So what do you guys think about Fortnite?
Finicky game.
I agree. Very finicky.
Having read the definition of finicky, I think I've been using the word finicky wrong my entire life.
You're using it like picky.
Yeah, but it's not like picky. It's like finicky.
You're not like picky.
No. It's like picky, but I'm using it like crappy.
Wait, what?
Not exactly, but that's what we're going with here. All right. So, I was at a ChickfilA. The other day, right? And I was there. It was about 9:30. It was about 9:30, and I ordered the ChickfilA, and my card stopped working. The chip on my card is broken, but that's not the point of the story.
I don't have a credit card.
The point of this story, I didn't have cash on me. I ended up having to walk a mile down to the bank to withdraw cash and then walk a mile back.
You mean wherewithal?
But the point of the story is the lady at the counter, when I was trying to pay and my card was like, no. She asked me if I had Apple Pay. Who uses Apple Pay?
My dad.
Why?
Because he has an iPhone.
It's like
yes, Pop.
It's the first time I've
heard of anyone using Apple Pay.
I heard of the service like when it was announced, and I've never heard of anyone using it ever. Oh, Alexi responded with what?
What did he say?
I'm gonna tell him all you have to do is get Discord. It's free and a great way
Fun.
Are you going to advertise Discord like he advertised
online?
Are you going to the dance?
No.
Pun, you have a school dance?
Yeah, take Thomas. Take Thomas.
I don't even know the details about it.
Take Thomas.
The last school dance I went to was prom. And
who'd you go with?
I went with a group of people.
That's not how prom really works.
Kind of is.
Kind of, but
and I didn't know anyone in that group of people.
Yeah, see, that's what I meant.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
And so it was like
you always have to wait for the kicker with him.
It was like a dinner and a dance, and so I sat at the dinner table thing and didn't.
You mean reservation for 10, but 25 people showed up?
Exactly. And then when we were dancing, I didn't know anybody, so I just stood in the circle of the group of people I was with. And flash forward to 3 weeks ago, I'm with Little Bit Fuego. Music available everywhere. Music is available.
Little Bit. Who put their house there? What kind of?
I was with Little Bit Fuego, and one of the girls in our group, she's like a songwriter, singer chick, and I guess she thinks I like her because supposedly I asked her to dance at prom.
Supposedly.
But I have no recollection of asking anyone to dance at this prom or talking to anyone.
Thomas said supposedly, not supposedly.
Supposedly.
Oh my goodness.
Supposedly. That should be the word of the day.
See, really, this is just a trick to learn how to actually speak English. I'm tricking you guys into teaching.
WZ1's course on English 101.
Basically,
Lesson number 1: do not be finicky with your use of the.
Do not be finicky with your use of the word
Oh my.
Supposedly.
Do not be finicky with the use of the word. With the use of the word escape
Escape.
or turret.
I don't say turret. I say turret.
I don't. Why do they say turret? That's the one thing. That's my one finicky thing in life.
But it's not even spelt turret.
Exactly. Why do they say that?
It's spelt turret. Wait,
Thank you,
is turret
Thomas.
a thing?
It is a thing. It's completely different.
What is a turret?
Wait, can I not?
You can look it up.
Yeah, you look it up. Wait, what?
Okay. This is when you look up turret, TURRENT. It goes turret, a low, flat, armored gun emplacement, typically one that involves that revolves in a ship, aircraft, fort, tank, or Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Turret, not a word. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by my irritation for each and every one who says turret.
That's like everyone in A-Bros.
Let's go to the Urban Dictionary.
No, don't do that. Bad idea.
Turret, a common misspelling of the word turret, usually made by people with a 4th grade education. I think people are very angry about this. What's a word you get mixed up a lot with, or used to get mixed up a lot with?
You know what I hate? You probably heard this before. It's the word Colonel.
Colonel?
Oh, I've heard this before.
Look up Colonel Sanders, or look up like Colonel Sanders chicken or something like that, and look how it's spelled. I want you to tell me where the R is in that word. And I'm not talking like popcorn kernel. I'm talking like the one spelled colonel.
A colonel.
See? You see how much that hurts me?
Wait. My mom's calling me. I'm not answering.
Welcome to Suffertown. Welcome to Suffertown, USA.
Wait.
Fun. That's what grinds my gears.
Cologne. Wait, it's
COLONEL.
Wait.
Welcome to Suffertown, USA.
Wait.
Hate
Guys,
to break it to you, boy.
This actually hurts my head. There's no R in this word.
Oh, I can. Never mind.
Dude, wait. Why is that spelled like? You know what? The English language is probably like
the most finicky language.
It's the most finicky language of all time, dude.
I said it first.
I know. I was going off what you said.
Said it first, man.
But it really sucks as a language, as a whole.
Yeah, let's just start speaking Mandarin.
Can we all learn like something cool like Japanese or something? Japanese is a good language. Baka.
Do you say baka?
Baka.
Banana.
See, if you translate that to English, it's just idiot. Just sounds dumb.
You sound like an idiot.
Exactly. You sound like an idiot saying the word idiot. And the way we spell the word dumb. Why is there a B on that word? Why? I'm telling you guys. I'm
wherewithal.
telling you guys. I do not have the wherewithal. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I do not have the bandwidth to speak the English language any longer.
Bandwidth.
You guys ever do that thing where you say a word over and over and over and over and over again, and then it starts to sound really funny?
12.
Dude, I do it all the time when I'm alone by myself. I'll just repeat one word over and over and over and over and over again. until it starts to sound really funny. But that's just me.
You know what? It's probably really finicky for pun. Me knowing everyone in his school.
Wait, how's that finicky?
I don't know. I just want to say finicky.
Pun, do you have a story?
Tell us a story. Tell us a story.
I don't want to talk, but I don't have to.
Oh.
This is why we have to prepare for this. I may have thought of a story if you
You don't get to think of a
warned
story.
me.
This is what's gonna happen. Next week, it's gonna be you, me, Colin, possibly Alexi.
They're all gonna be because they're still gonna be stuck
Okay.
up there. They got snowed in.
You're gonna have to tell me the word of the week or the word of the day too.
I don't know the word of the day until the day of, because I look up on the internet word of the day.
So then why don't you just use?
Yeah.
Why don't you just generate a new
look up
word?
the word of the day.
All right, I'll find a word of the day.
It's a secret.
I'll give it to you. Alexi asked me if he can use text to speech. I'm just gonna tell him I'm just gonna tell him if you could figure out how to use that on Discord. Go for it.
You can actually do that.
And then we'll go from there. All right, I'll give you a word of the day. You can come up with some stories. I'll just sit here and listen to your stories. I mean, the last podcast, what was the word? Wherewithal, and it just became about the amount of money Bubba has.
How much money does Bubba have?
Too much.
A lot.
Combined. A lot and too much combined.
Yeah, he was just sitting here flexing on us. Like, I brought up because wherewithal, it's all about money. I brought up the that common question: if you found $1 million,
I'm gonna
what would
send
you
you a
do?
picture
And
of
Bubba goes,
Thanos.
"What if I already have $1 million?" All right, that was the last week podcast. This week podcast, it's just 3 depressed boys sitting in a depressing room, eating depressing food, thinking about depressing things.
You're eating food?
You're eating food?
I'm not eating anything, but it just
Why'd you say eating depressing food?
It just sounded right, guys. All right, let me hit you guys with a hypothetical before we end. All right, here's my hypothetical. You're driving in a car.
Okay.
All right, driving in a car. You see a guy on the side of the road.
Do I have my license?
You have your license.
But Pun doesn't have a license.
This is in the future when you have a license.
I have a license. Why don't we just use me?
Okay. Colin's driving in a car. You are Colin.
Okay.
I am Colin.
You're driving down the road, and you see a man on a bench. You're at a stoplight. You see a man on a bench.
Okay.
I am a man.
It's kind of dark, like let's say like dusk-ish. You think that this man is bleeding. Do you pull over to the side and help the man?
It depends. Am I driving with my eyes open or closed?
Can you roll down your window? Wait, why are you driving with your eyes closed?
In this scenario, you are driving with your eyes open.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your hypothetical. Do you pull over? Do you think this man?
Well, can you roll down the window and ask if he's okay?
You could roll down the window
that.
and ask if
Let's do
he's
that.
okay.
Then do
But what if
that.
he doesn't respond?
Better luck next time, bud.
Then, yeah.
So if he doesn't respond, you just drive away.
Say it louder.
You
Say it
just-
louder.
What happens if while you are rolling down the window, the light turns green?
You wait because you're nice, because that's as much effort as you're gonna put in.
How much effort are you going through to potentially help a man who may not be hurt?
You're a man.
Is there anyone behind you?
There are 3 cars behind you.
1, 2, 3, count them.
Count them. 1, 2, B's.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
I got knees, and so do you.
Is there enough space before the intersection to where you can pull over without getting in the way of the cars behind you?
Good question, B-Master.
Would have to drive across the street, pull over, and walk back. Or you're
Thomas just wants us to get out of this car.
You pull.
No.
You
What
turn,
if I just
you turn right, and then you can help the dude. Those are your options. Either drive across the street, pull over, walk back, turn right, get out your car.
Oh. It depends how convinced I am of if he's bleeding. If I'm pretty convinced that this person is bleeding, I guess I would pull over.
Okay. Yeah, like it's how late is it?
Dusk. So like.
I'm pretty sure I could tell someone was bleeding at dusk.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. You can't even see the guy.
I don't. It's pitch black. You can't even tell if it's a guy or a tree.
You hear the speed bump grunt.
You have headlights.
You're 90% sure that it's actually just a speed bump.
And the 3 cars behind you should have headlights too.
You hear the speed bump. You hear the speed bump grunt. You low key hear the speed bump grunt.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. That was the hypothetical. That was it. That's all I got.
Hypothetical.
What does that have to do with Finicky?
It's a warm summer drive. You're driving across California.
Right, I'll give you another hypothetical.
You're driving, and
that'll have to do with the word Finicky.
You have a book out. It's Diver Wimpy Kid. You're enjoying Diver Wimpy Kid. Nothing is going wrong. Everything is fine. You're having a good day.
Okay, here's the hypothetical. That was the test hypothetical. Here's the real hypothetical.
Thomas does bad on tests.
It's your third time over at your friend's house. Third time over ever.
Dirty.
And you're sitting there and you're eating dinner with them. You're kind of picky eater. There are things that you don't like. They hand you a food. You're a pretty finicky eater. Yeah, you're a pretty finicky eater. They hand you a food that you have never seen before. Do you eat it?
I say, what is this food? I say, what kind of food is this? They say,
yeah,
it's dragon fruit. You say, oh, okay. And you eat it.
You ask them what type of food it is. It's a word you've never heard before in your life.
I say, what's its country of origin?
Yes. Whatever ethnicity your friend is.
Asia.
It's Asian in origin.
Like pun.
Yeah. You're over at your best friend Pun's house. It's your third time over at his house. His family hands you dinner.
I've only been to his house 4.5. No.
We really don't eat that stranger food, I don't think.
Knowing that you are a somewhat finicky eater, I have a story connected to this kind
Okay, what was your finicky eater? No, you're not going to eat it.
Are closed. You being you, are you going to eat it? Are you...
I'm not a finicky eater.
Because I'm a pretty finicky eater, but if I go over to someone's house...
I feel like this happened to Thomas.
Yeah, this
I'm a
happened
pretty
to
finicky eater, but if I go over to someone's house, I'm eating the food that they're giving me, alright?
Thomas.
So let me set the scene. Let me paint a stage.
Let me eat the food.
Let me eat the food. Alright?
Sitting by the ocean.
I don't remember how old I was. I don't remember the person that I was with, but I remember going over to this person's house, eating dinner at their house, and it was the first time I had ever seen a dumpling. Yeah. Now, luckily, dumplings are delicious, but it was still like sitting there. I was sitting there. I was like, this seems kind of weird, but I ate it anyways because I'm a polite person. That's the story.
Can I dam off the entire city from the river? I think that'd be hilarious.
All right, and that's been the boys.
And that's been wherewithal.
And that's been wherewithal.
No.
Does anybody have any closing stories or anything that they want to say?
One time.
And that's been the Boys Night Podcast. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast,
no one's gonna have made it this far.
If you made it this far,
no one's gonna have made it this far.
If you watched the whole podcast,
follow Poets Out on Twitch.
Press 4 in the comment section down below.
But they have to first start typing. They can't just press 4.
Press the button to start typing. Press the button 4 on your keyboard. Press the enter key.
Did I just run out of power? No.
Thank you all for watching. This has been the Boys Night the Boys Night podcast. We'll see y'all in like 2 weeks. The word of the day was finicky.
We talked a lot about Finicky, didn't we?
A lot.